name is Mitch. I will be your host for the evening and one of your players. This is our fabulous bluegrass band who has come in just to do this show. They have never played with us before, and they've never done anything like playing for an improvised musical before. It is a learning curve, I assure you. So, on the fiddle, we have Clarice Scop. On the guitar, we have Lorraine Cobb. Picking the banjo, we have Devon Wells. On the piano bass, we have Kate Main. And who is not new, who is one of our longtime performers, we have Byron the Bando. They are fantastic. They are great. And many of you will be performing next weekend at the Vancouver Folk Fest. Yes? That's next weekend, right? I'm right? Yes. All right. Don't let me assume and be wrong. Fantastic. Now, this accent is very fake and not that good. Tonight, we are doing a bluegrass musical, which we have never done before. We have this band. It's fantastic. So you're going to hear a lot more of this from me and the others. Now, has anybody here never seen improv before? Round of applause if you've never seen an improv show. Oh my, this is going to be one heck of an introduction. I assure you. So, very, very briefly, what we do is entirely made up on the spot. We are going to tell you a Broadway-style musical, but with a bluegrass twist, where the dancing, the lyrics, the plot, the characters, the accents are all entirely made up on the spot. It's great. Round of applause if you've seen an Off Key show here before. And you can ignore everything I said, because you knew that. Perfect. But what's going to happen, because improv is that to prove we're not making it up and to really get the show going, what we have from you is suggestions we'll get in the beginning of the show, because we need your input to make this show work. So to get you warmed up for that, on the count of 3, wait for me to count, please just shout out your first name. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Sal! Heard Sal. Probably was an amalgamation. Cool. Secondly, on the count of 3, tell me the name of the person sitting either on your right or your left. Hopefully you've been making friends. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Excellent, excellent. And finally, on the count of 3, what is a word you associate in your head with bluegrass music? 1, 2, 3. What'd you say?
CCR.
CCR. Yeah. Southern Rock. How would you describe this? Southern Rock? He can say it on banjo better than I can say it in words, so that's perfect. Now, 2 things to remind you of that make this show work. The first is, when I ask you, or anyone asks you for a suggestion in the show, please do not hesitate to give it, because it's your suggestions that make this show work. And if you don't give them, then the show will not work. Cool? The second thing is, if we do not ask you for anything, yell nothing out. Because it's not as funny as you think. You'd be amazed how often that happens. Excellent. All right. So you know how this is going to work. You know the band. You know me. We have Jordan Boyman up in the booth as well. So we're going to now introduce the people who are going to also help make this show great. So please, with a very, very thunderous round of applause, introduce our players of the evening! Starting off on this end, please introduce yourselves to this lovely audience.
Howdy, I'm Zach.
Howdy. Let's hold it to the end. There's too many.
Howdy, I'm Sam.
Hi, I'm Evan.
Isabella.
I'm David.
Zosia. I'm Arthi. Lydia.
Matthew.
Howdy, I'm Julia.
We are going to kick this show off with a few suggestions now. Very first of all is we're going to name the place this show takes place in. A nice kind of a romanticized southern setting that's not really anywhere too specific or maybe ever really existed, but we kind of get it in our heads. So we're going to name this place. First off, can I get an adjective, a simple adjective that you think fits with bluegrass, or a simple color? Start yelling them out.
Sunny. Yellow.
Blue. Is it green? Green. You said green. I'll take green. Now, can I get a North American animal? Any animal that's in North America that's well known to be in North America.
Beaver.
Marmot?
Marmot, yes.
Marmot. Okay. And now what I need is a geographical land type or formation, like a mountain or something. Some kind of like a mountain. Forest. Okay. So we have Green Marmot Forest. It's the name of the place that this all will be set in. Green Marmot. Have fun rhyming. Green Marmot Forest. Excellent. Now, the best one yet. So now, we need a centralized theme just to kick off this show, and then after that, we will not be pausing at all. We were just going to go for it. So what I need is, what is something, maybe an idea, that a family or community would think is important to their well-being?
Hygiene.
Gold.
Harvest.
Barbecue.
Hygiene, or what? Harvest? Harvest? That's definitely a physical thing for sure.
Gold.
Jesus? Unity?
Food.
Did you say unity or something else? You said unity. Unity. I like unity. So that is your suggestion to get us kicked off. So we are Off Key. This is a bluegrass improvised musical. Please give us a round of applause.
If you don't come together, you'll all fall apart. If you don't come together, you'll all fall apart. If you don't come together, you'll all fall apart. If you don't come together, you'll all fall apart. It's
Elijah,
Yeah, Dad?
this doesn't look like your chores.
This is my chores. I'm
Explain.
shucking corn, Pa.
You love shucking corn. It's not a chore. You love it. That's why they call it a chore.
Well, Pa, if you'd be fixing to do it, I'll be happy to pass it along to you. I could go read a book by the river. I hate that. I could, I don't know, I could climb a tree. That's one of my least favorite things. You are the paterfamilias, after all.
Always making jokes, Elijah.
Or I could keep shucking. Did you come in here to ask me anything else? Because if you didn't, get shucking.
What did I ask you to do this morning?
Eat a hearty breakfast.
That was your mother, and that was a daily occurrence. What did I ask you to do this morning? What was your task?
It was rather ephemeral, Pa. He told me to get the house ready because we have guests coming over tonight. And I tried my best to get the house ready. But I don't know what else you want me to do. If you want me to do something specific, I'll do it for you.
You see the fence outside? Falling apart. See the weeds in the garden? Ain't plucked?
Pa, they don't care about the weeds and the fence.
Our house is a reflection of ourselves.
They're going to come in here and they're going to eat dinner and they're going to eat the corn and they're going to have fun. All right? There's nothing more we can do. I don't have time to fix a fence.
Maybe if you weren't shucking corn all morning.
Legitimate chore, Dad. I think maybe I shouldn't say any more and I should go fix the fence.
Maybe that's best.
I'm sorry. I want to make a good impression on them too, but
Remember, the house is a reflection of us and you are a reflection of me as a parent. So if you don't mind taking things a little more seriously.
when you're a boy in this town, people tell you what to do. You're walking around with someone else's task on your shoulder. And all you want is to run your own life, and one day you will lift off that boulder. Oh, you told me enough. You taught me the things that I need. In my life it is simple and it is good, and I got the things that I need. I'm not building your fence, I'm not sweeping your yard. I will shuck this corn cause I like it. Besides that, I won't do what you say, and as soon as I'm grown I'll go away. 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 But then I gotta stay in my house where I was born. And I suppose I'll take a first crack at the fan. And then I'll get back to you, my lovely corn.
Beautiful girl, ain't she?
Yeah, that's the most beautiful horse I've ever seen in my entire life.
Wow. Better for a long time now, haven't you, Doug?
That's Sergeant Doug to you.
Sergeant Doug. Sorry, Sergeant, sir. You know,
Forgive you.
Thanks.
Private?
Private. Ever private I am.
Always shake the hand when you say your name.
Yes. Thanks, sir.
I'm just a deputy. But I did chop up a bunch of food for the horse here.
Yeah, you did.
Good to hear. Thank you, Deputy Joe.
That's my name.
Shake his hand, yeah.
I made you drop the food.
All right, the horse likes it all.
Yeah. That's how horses do it.
Well,
Is there a sergeant here?
Yeah.
That right there is the sergeant.
Okay.
You look like a sergeant. I'm from the force, the American Army.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Sergeant as well.
Funny
Call me
coincidence.
Sergeant Tom.
They think that they're the better sergeants because they're way up top.
Well, we are.
All right, that may be true.
Look, Sergeant, we're looking for young men. The Great War. We need more. More men.
that's why we've been sent out this way, sir. We heard there are lots of strong men out here in this forest.
Yeah.
That's a real strong voice here.
Some of the strongest.
Muscular pecs and biceps.
I'm strong as well. I'm a
Good deal to you.
You know, it's the early 1900s, but
I pass sometimes.
I'm coming to learn that.
Thank you, sir. Sergeant, sir.
Look, I expect to see you all at the dinner. The dinner where boys of an appropriate age to join the forces are going to gather. Now, I have a few more errands to run before then, but bring young men.
I mean, Nellie's a woman and she's great.
She's great. I can
And
ride her in.
you're great.
That could be a real military horse right here. I could see this horse on a battlefield one day.
Can't you picture it? I can now. Don't get in Nellie's space.
Sorry.
Notice? I recruited my friend Amos to help.
That was very smart of you, Elijah.
Good day to you, Madam Parsons.
Good day. What's your name again?
Amos.
Amos. So nice to meet you, Amos. Can I speak to you a minute alone?
famous get. That's
Wash the south side.
That's unfair to him. I'll give him 2 extra helpings of corn.
I know how you love corn.
What is it?
I don't think that I should meet your parents tonight. I'm not sure that they would approve of this. I mean, I'm Miss Parsons. I'm a little older than you.
How much older?
Well,
I'm 16 and you're 24? That's wrong. That's wrong. How old are you?
no,
That sounded
that's
wrong.
right.
No, I'm older than 16.
Are you?
I'd say I'm turning 18 tomorrow.
That made me feel better. But bye. I was thinking that instead of the whole meet your folks thing, I love corn and you love corn, and why don't we just run away and make a corn farm together?
You think that's possible?
Yes.
You can see it in your mind's eye? Because I think I'm seeing what you're seeing now.
The corn is golden and beautiful.
I can see it. And it stretches far as the eye can see.
And the sky's blue.
And the mountains are hard to describe.
Why, they're bluish gray.
I'd say bluish gray, a little bit of purple sometimes.
So, what do you say?
You saying I don't go to this dinner and I get out of town tonight?
That's what I'm saying.
If that's what you think, I trust you more than anyone. As the sunsets get pink over those purpley grayish mountains, I can see it in my mind's eye, you and me, as we walk together, hand in hand, hand in hand, hand in hand, together you and me, hand in
I do say so. I see it so. The cornfields blue, the seeds we sow. The sun do rise, the sun do set. And all around we be together, yes. Hand in hand.
Well, I gotta say something to my folks. Just at least to my mom. She's been good to me. So I'll meet you around dinner time back at your place. Look.
All right, ladies. I call to order the first meeting of the Ladies Auxiliary Club of Green Marmot Forest for girls what aren't boys but want to join the war. That's us. Okay. You guys look great.
Oh, thanks, darling. I mean, I don't know, what is it?
I think it's sergeant.
Sergeant!
Anyways, I figured they're looking for strong young men, and that might as well be us.
Right.
Especially as how, as far as I
raised
know,
them.
yeah, exactly. And I don't see why we shouldn't be able to go fight in a pointless war if we want. Well, what about you, Louise? How come you won't go war?
Well, I figure that I'm just as strong as any man. I mean, I'd have the power to give them life, so why don't I have the power to take it away?
What about you, CC? Why you want to join the war?
Oh gosh, well, all 6 of my brothers went.
Oh no.
I know, and I miss them desperately.
Oh.
And I have to do every single chore in the house, and I'm done, thank you.
Those are very good reasons to want to join a war.
What about you?
Oh, well, you see, when I was a child, I picked up a stick. And I was like, this is my stick gun. I just want to walk around with my stick gun and show people it and be like, I got a stick and it's a gun. And my mom said to me, no stick guns, they're dangerous, you're gonna put somebody's eye out. And ever since then, I knew that was what I was gonna do.
That is so profound.
Honestly, we should go to that meeting. We should sit at that table. We should borrow our brother's clothes. And we should go to war!
Hoo-yeah! Aye,
Sergeant!
Sergeant! Ahoy!
Let's do it!
Sergeant, hello.
Hello, young man.
Yes, hi. My name is Amos.
Salute.
Very
good, Amos.
Don't mind the paint. I've been whitewashing all day. Anyways, I've come to sign up with all the other fellas in town.
Looks like a good group.
Yeah.
Sergeant? Ahoy!
Yes, they is. Yes, we is. Yeah, we're, I mean, my older brother Everett, he signed up, and my cousins, they signed up, and I figured, well, I should sign up as well.
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
When do I get a stick?
We got bayonets.
Y'all got boots in the army?
We do. You'll have boots, you'll have suits, you'll have guns. But most importantly, you'll have a sense of pride in your country. What was it you were going to say?
You seen Elijah anywhere? I thought he was supposed to be here. I mean, you don't know who he is, but like...
We need all the men we can get.
Elijah's the best. He's a crack shot. I mean, he done shot off like 5 dozen marmots just this year. It's good eating.
Really?
Marmot? Oh yeah.
I guess you would know.
Yep.
My brother calls him the Marmot Varmint.
Well, I have to meet this boy.
Gosh, where did he get that to?
Last I heard, he was tomfooling around with that older girl.
Sorry.
I don't know nothing about that, Sergeant.
Look a little shifty there, Amos.
Tain't like Elijah's my best friend. Tain't like we know everything about each other's lives and who's we falling for and hankering for and all that. Oh, I do not hold up well under pressure. Sweating up a storm. Sergeant. Would be a shame if someone were to be out in the glade in the middle of the forest around 10 o'clock tonight, where a person might be fixing to go with all their worldly possessions and then hop a train across state lines.
That would be a shame indeed. Seeing as you are all now recruits of the United States Army,
Sergeant. Ahoy.
I expect you to assist me in ensuring that that sorrowful event does not come to pass. Amos, you in particular, seeing as you know this child.
I'd hate to step out of line and be ashamed of my community. Sergeant. I will do what is required of my government of me. Forest expects that every man shall know what is required of him.
And
We are
woman.
not all maids here.
Yes, we are.
I will meet you at the train station at 2200 hours.
Boy.
Elijah,
Pa,
what are you doing with your things?
I've been meaning to talk to you. It sounds like you're collecting them. There's no beating around the bush. Tomorrow I turn 18 and I become a man. And you
You're
don't-
going from 16 to 18.
I looked at the birth certificate. We had it wrong. 100%. I know I'm kind of on the small side, but trust me.
Irrelevant. What do you mean you're leaving?
Oh, you don't control me anymore.
I am your father.
Come tomorrow, I'm still your son.
And what about this farm? What happens when you leave? What happens as your mother and I grow old, arthritis and cannot work? Your brothers all died in the war. You're all we have left.
But if I stay, I'm gonna get recruited for another war. And what if I die there? What if I die there? What if I stay here? What if I stay here and I fall off a ladder and I hit my head?
Just because that happened to your uncle doesn't mean
I don't, you see. Sometimes you just want to run. And I got my girl. And we see something bigger and brighter.
And it's like all my sons have died.
Oh.
Might as well keep it. Hang on a moment. Hello?
My old friend,
Oh, Sergeant.
how are you doing?
Well, I've been better, but thanks for coming.
Oh, thank you so much for inviting us over for dinner tonight.
It's a pleasure. Thank you all for coming. Very
Oh, I can smell the corn. Nellie, whet your appetite. My old friend, the woodwork that you have put on your house is the best that I've seen in all of the forest, filled with wood, so that's saying something.
Say something.
Is this your
Are you putting up with this? This is the fakest guy I've ever seen.
Look, you can't add my boy into your ranks. You come by acting like my friend and you took all my sons from me. And they all died. You convinced me it was for the best.
Sorry to speak out of line, sir, but I believe it is for the best.
I ain't losing my last boy. He ain't going to no war.
I got a job to do.
So does a father.
I've got some bad news for you, Mr. Father, but sometimes duty calls. And when duty calls, sometimes you need to say goodbye to those who you love.
We all have to make sacrifices.
Even Nellie out there.
Nellie had 3 little babies that she left in the pasture.
Because she's a war horse and she's serving her country.
Now because we're friends, I'm going to put this politely. Get off of my property and stay away from my boy. And tell that to any northern sergeant you may be talking to. My boy ain't going to die.
Taking the corn.
My boy ain't going to die. My boy may be the worst I ever had, but the best I have by and by. Well, I don't want to die. I respect a father's love for his son, and I'm sure that he won't get to grow up now and be someone, but
him good day. His son, I wish you all the best. Swing!
You stuck up for me.
And now I'm going to be an outlaw for it. So if you're going to go, you best get it, because apparently you don't care about what family has to do for one another.
Dad,
If you're here, that's where they'll find you when they come for me to put me in chains.
What?
So get! And remember the last thing your family ever did for you.
It's good to see you all here.
Sergeant,
Aye,
You brought your own stick.
I've had it since I was a child.
All right. Where's Elijah?
Boy, presumably at the train station as agreed in the previous conversation.
Why is he not here? Amos,
Yes, Sergeant.
where is he?
Who we looking for?
Do you want to be in the army, son? Because it sure doesn't seem like you want to be in the army.
I would hate not to be a credit to the good and honorable folks of Green Marmot Forest.
Why are you making this so hard, Amos? Just tell us where Elijah is.
Yeah, it's not like you're doing nothing noble or nothing by not telling anyone nothing.
Sergeant, I feel mightily conflicted.
I can understand that. Nonetheless, I need this information, son, or else you're going to have to stay here by yourself, all alone.
You can't. I'm only 15 going on 17. If I miss this chance for the war, I'm never going to go.
You're never going to go. You know what? That's enough. Leave. We don't need you. You can go back to your Elijah. I'll find him, and I'll take him. But I don't want you to come.
Guess that makes us the fighting marmots.
I suppose it does.
Where should we start?
His house. Where does the boy live?
We're the Mormons, yes we are. We're the Mormons, yes we are. We're gonna find Elijah for sure. We're gonna find Elijah.
We did it! We crossed the state line! He's free!
We's free. Hooray.
Hooray! I'm so happy! What's the matter?
I shouldn't have left.
What?
My dad's an outlaw.
Your dad's an outlaw?
The only reason
What?
We're looking for Elijah Strauss.
I know you're looking for him. He's gone.
I looked it up. In the newspaper, it said every able boy must report for duty, and every family member must aid the recruitment officer in procuring those young boys.
The sergeant told me, the local sergeant. He's giving him a lot of trouble. Said the boy wasn't going to come.
If by trouble you mean I put my shotgun up to his nose, then you're correct.
Do you intend to do the same to me?
I don't think I have to. My boy ain't here. Take a look around if you want. The place is messy, didn't do his chores.
Elijah, you never liked your daddy anyway, so he's an outlaw, so now we're outlaws. I guess just we'll be outlaws together. Does that suit you?
We had a farm. Why did we leave? What was this going to accomplish? I haven't gained anything. I thought I was going to gain something, but now I'm free and there's nothing better.
left. All right.
What
We
can-
need a man.
What about love? You haven't gained love? Together with me, hand in hand? Was that all just a bunch of hogwash?
You think I'm gonna leave my farm? I ain't got no boy to run it. I'm the only one left. Who else gonna grow all this corn?
This is conscription, sir. It's not a choice.
Every man has a choice, sir. And if it means death, I'll take it.
You do have a choice.
Not here. There's a thing called due process.
Don't shoot him. Take him.
So, that's it. You just feel a little depressed and you want to run home to your daddy. Is that right?
Maybe you don't understand. Amos! When did you get here? I just crossed the county. Oh boy, that's a big forest. Oh, what are you doing here? It's your pa. It's Mademoiselle Parsons.
Uh-huh.
It's your pa, that's right. They're gonna string him up. Tomorrow in town square. Expedited execution. He's trying to send a message. Stand as one or fall one by one.
I hated that man when I was a boy. He was a brutal man. And he never did nothing for me that I couldn't have done for myself.
I didn't come to tell you to come back. I came because I figured you want to hear it from a friend instead of from a newspaper.
But I saw a different side of him. He stood his ground for me. I'm just a boy, his family. I'm not the first, but I'm the last. I'm gone, he'll soon be past. My mother gone, she'll be alone. She cannot stay by herself. And what have I gained? My freedom. I gotta go back. I'm going back to save my father, and if you do not want to come with me, I'm sure there are people in this state who would love to have you, because you're the most beautiful girl that I have ever known.
Elijah, I can't go back to see you just end up dying like your brothers. I can't do that.
I'm saving my paw. I'll get away from those recruiters.
You don't know my best friend. There's nothing he can't do.
I can't be there to, I just can't.
I'll come for you one way or another. I'll see you in Greensboro.
Okay.
Whether it's in a week, or in a month, or in 4 years.
You gotta get going, Elijah.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too.
stand accused of desertion.
Traitor.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Y'all talk too much.
Nothing? Ain't you sorry?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I talked my boys into believing that dying somewhere for you was worth doing.
Well, let me tell you what. This war's been going on a long time. And on this day, November 11th, 1918, I know it's going to be going on for a long time longer. It's a futile gesture.
Be damn straight.
Wait!
The boys back to join the war. Well done. We have a gun polished and ready for you.
Got a stick?
And boots.
I can't let this happen. My family's been nothing but good to me. All the time.
Sergeant?
And if what it takes is me going to war to stop my father dying,
Boy, no.
I sign up right here and right now. I'm an able-bodied male, and if I do not, then I'm a deserter too, and I'll die by your side.
Now,
So I will not
he's
desert.
16, he can't.
Are you 16, boy?
I'm not 16. He's been saying that so I don't have to go to war. He doesn't want his boy to die, but I don't want to see my dad die. He's all I got in this world, and he's giving me everything.
You're all I got, and I'm giving you everything. Don't throw it away. If I gotta hang for you to be free, living your life on your dang cornfield.
I'm not running away. I'm going with them. I love you, Paul. I'm gonna stay on the cornfield here. This is all I need. It's all I need. Together. And maybe I have to go and do a few more years overseas, but I'll come back with hella stories. It'll be amazing. And I'll tell you all about it. You won't. I love you, Paul. Let me go. Don't die. It's stupid. It's stupid for you to die here. My farm will be waiting. I'd hug you, but I'm bound to my side.
Let him down.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I was hanging.
I'll be back.
Hey, Sergeant, you have to do me one favor. You look out for my boy.
We don't go together? Well, I'll fall apart.
If he don't come back, trust me, neither do you.
I'll see that he does.
Can I please be untied?
Well, y'all are the most demanding hanging victim I've ever had.
This calls for a celebration. We're all unified and whatnot. I could go for some corn.
Yeah.
Any idea where we might get some?
Your boy's real good at shucking it, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's time for one last shuck. I mean, I'm really sad, for sure.
What you do this time, it's real easy. You just grab a leaf and start pulling.
Oh, that is fun.
This is a weird time.
If we don't come together, we all fall apart. If we don't come together, we all fall apart. If we don't come together, we all fall apart. The day's on its own. If we don't come together, we all fall apart. If we don't come together, we all fall apart.
Hopefully this war will be over soon.
I wouldn't count on it.